Good afternoon, Eddie's family. Melissa Szymanski here. Wanted to go over what we had talked about at our meeting on October 22nd for our first Japan meeting, for those of you that missed the meeting. Thank you for those of you that reached out to let me know that you missed the meeting. Moving forward, we would like all families to attend as the meetings are mandatory. And this is so our students get to know each other, build community, and feel comfortable before we head on our trip in July. Today's agenda will talk about travel updates and documents, travel logistics, and personal prep. Travel updates and documents. Japan is at a level 1, so we just exercise normal precautions, the same precautions that we use if traveling throughout the U.S. And if that were to change, something were to come up, we would give you updates right away. All right, passport reminder. So the State Department recommends that passport be valid for 6 months after departure. This says recommendation, but really everyone needs to have at least 6 months valid, a passport that's valid at least 6 months after departure. This is so we don't run into any troubles at customs and everyone is good to go. If you haven't already applied for your passport, please do so as soon as possible. You can make an appointment with the post office. I know that they also take pictures there, or you can get your picture at Walgreens or CVS. You do need to make appointments at the post office, and I think they're limited appointments, so check the website or call first. And then also, I will need 3 colored copies of your passport, the internal pages, traveler's photo page, and the adjacent page. So 3 colored copies of those, and this is just precautionary, so I have a copy. Our chaperones have a copy as well in case something were to happen. All right, for the documentation, the only documentation that we sent out for this meeting was the student parent responsibility contract for overnight trips. I will include that in the email with the Screencastify. Travel logistics. So due to the limited space we have in Japan, the buses are smaller, the hotels are smaller, we will be taking 2 buses. We're a larger group, which is awesome. So we'll be taking 2 buses. Bus 1 will be led by myself, and we will have our Eddie staff chaperones, and then we also will have a tour director from Japan. And then the second bus will be led by Josh Bourne, our principal, and he will have a tour director as well as staff chaperones from Edwardsburg. And then we'll use the information that we've gathered at the meeting on the 22nd, and then a form that your student will fill out requesting who they want to be in groups with or who they want to room with. So that'll help us have our groups, and we should have that ready to roll out in November, on November 19th meeting. Okay, adult travelers will be double occupancy. So if you want a single room and you want a room alone, that's fine. It'll be an additional fee, and you would have to arrange that with EF yourself. You'd have to call into EF, let them know you want a single room, let them know you're traveling with Edwardsburg Middle School travel program, and that you would like a single room. And I think the fee is around $300. I'm not positive on that. Okay, this is where we separated and students went off to fill out this Google form. So I will include that again in the email. So this is not a guarantee for rooming. It's just an opportunity for students to be able to voice their preferences. So we will try, the other thing this Google form helps us do is be able to put groups together. So even if they don't get to room together, we hopefully will have them in the same group and on the same bus. So students fill that Google form out by October 31st. That way we can get those groups made for our next meeting. Personal prep. So we want to be good travelers. We want to represent not only Edwardsburg Middle School well, but we also want to represent our country well. So learn how to use chopsticks. There's a video here if you guys want to learn. Most people use their right hand, but left hand is fine too if you're left-handed. Duolingo is a great app for learning some Japanese. It's good to learn some basic phrases. Don't worry so much about reading or writing it, just some basic phrases. And our tour director does speak English, so that we won't have any problems there. And then learn about Japanese history and culture. There's podcasts, there's YouTubes, books. I would, little by little, just learn a little bit about the history and culture and what you may experience when you go to Japan. All right, for traveling, you'll want to bring something for your money. Japan is one of the safest countries, safest place I've ever been to, but you still want to be responsible with your money. So we encourage students to have their money not all in one place. So some options are a neck wallet and a waist wallet. That way they can put some money in the neck wallet, some in the waist wallet. On the Google Sites link that I sent in the email previous last week has these links. And then also the power adapter. There's a link to that. And they just have 2 prongs in Japan. Their outlets are very similar to ours. They just don't have the 3-prong. And then you might want to pick up a tour guide book. There's also a link to that in the Google Sites link that I sent you. Okay, medications. So a lot of medications that are legal here are illegal in Japan. And don't let that alarm you. So you can get a waiver. Say you have a medicine, you have a student who takes ADHD medicine. You can call the Health and Labor and Welfare in Japan and they can get you a waiver, but we won't do that until closer to our trip. And then also when you are asking for a prescription from your pharmacist or from your doctor, you're going to want them to write that prescription for 9 days instead of a full month. That way if they get lost or some other problems we run into, we don't have to worry, eliminate some of that stuff. So a 9-day prescription, ask your healthcare provider to do that. Okay, and finally, our next meeting is November 19th at 6 p.m. in the middle school cafeteria, and I look forward to seeing you all there. Thanks so much.